Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racy, and I'm going to be doing the reading today. This is going to be a yearly forecast 2019 for our Libra watchers. This is Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising. I also let everybody know to pay attention to your cusps if you're born on a cusp day, and your Venus and Mars, as they are your divine feminine and masculine aspects within. Okay, if anybody wants a more in-depth extended reading into certain areas, you can check out my information in the description and contact me at, on Facebook is probably the best way to get a hold of me, facebook.com/Divine Rebel Readings, and ask me about the Zodiac subscription groups, because those groups, they're going to be getting weekly extended readings, you know, on all the different stuff going on throughout the year. And they're going to be getting monthly cosmic energy reads as well. So those groups are huge. And right now the subscriptions are on sale. They're on sale before the new year for just $5 a month for the year. All right. So if anybody wants to join those, my information is in the description. This is just going to be a quick general energy for each month, January through December. Okay. Our Libra watchers, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cusp, Venus, and Mars. What is the energy going on for January 2019 for our Libra watchers? And February. March 2019 for our Libras. What is the energy surrounding them in March? In April. Okay. In May, what is the energy for May 2019 for our Libras? That's too many. May 2019. Okay. And what is the energies for June 2019? In July. What's going on for August? What's going on for August 2019 for our Libra watchers? September. October. November. What is going on for November? And December. What is going on? Okay, let's get some clarity on these, shall we? What's going on with the Hierophant in January? Clarify the Hierophant in January 2019 for our Libras, please. What is going on in January with the Hierophant? Clarify the Three of Wands in reverse for February. Okay. Clarify the Emperor in reverse. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. All right, clarify the Queen of Swords. All right, how are you clarify for May? So we'll do June. Let's do August. Clarify the Two of Swords in reverse. Alright. Clarify September's Five of Cups in reverse. Alright, clarify October, the Sun card. Clarify the Sun. Clarify the Star in reverse for November 2019 for our Libras. Wow. Okay. And clarify December, the Six of Coins. Clarify December, the Six of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Libra. Mind you, this is a general message, so take it as it resonates. Divine masculine and feminine energies, we are all of those within ourselves as well as individuals. All right, so however it resonates for you, that's how you're meant to take it. All right, just know that there's also outcomes beyond what you see and feel with these energies. Okay? Libra. January, we have the Hierophant card. And this, when I see the Hierophant card, this is all about our beliefs. And when I think of beliefs, this is about our integrity, right? This is our integrity. This is our code, the advice that we would give others that we choose to live by. And I feel like right now with this energy, Libra is going through this moment where they're really wondering if they've been acting true to themselves, if their behavior and their choices is really true to who they are. You know, would they be doing things had they taken advice that they would give somebody else? You know, if they've reversed it and took their own advice, they're really considering this because they're feeling like they have no option. They're feeling like they have no option when really they got a lot of options. In reality, they have a lot of options, right? There's a lot of different things that they could choose, but they're feeling like they have no option. Like they have to get in touch with themselves, their true self, no matter what. Like they have to start practicing what they preach to others. You know, they have to start doing what they advise others to do when it comes to certain things. And so they're in this place where they're feeling like they have no choice but to do this. And, you know, there's a lot of different ways that they could go about it. Like there's probably a lot of things that could use that kind of focus, right? Be it their love life or their work or how they relate to family or the people, you know, that they like keep your enemies close, you know, or whatever, closer, your friends close, but your enemies closer. This kind of energy where, you know, there's a lot of different categories to your life and they have no other choice but to really apply who they are to all of them, right? This is the kind of energy I'm getting for January. All right, Libra. That's a way to start off the year. So, February. February, we have the Three of Wands in the reverse with the Four of Swords in the reverse. And this is interesting because You know, the Three of Wands in the upright is all about looking to travel, looking to the horizons, looking to the future. And here, this is about almost looking back, right? Not waiting for the ships to come in. It's almost like you're going back to get the goods yourself. Like it's almost like there's this sense of, I left something back there. And it's like you're coming out of a resting state about it, right? Because this is going into, you know, that deep separation from other people where you're doing a lot of healing within, you know, where you're meditating and connecting with source. But this is also in the reverse. And so it's almost like you're tired, like you've been doing that and that's being released. Like it's almost like you're coming out and going back to something, right? Something going back. So whether this is you or, you know, something coming towards you, Libra, especially if it's a masculine energy, just because of the energies on the card, and, you know, it is a masculine. But I feel like someone is stopping and turning around, right? They're stopping and turning around. They're going back to get something they left behind. Something that maybe was dead that's, you know, resurrecting even. I also feel like there's almost kind of been prayers for this, you know, like maybe you've wanted it, you know, or maybe the other person, you know, if you're going back to a person, you know, they want it. Yeah, and that's coming out from getting in touch with yourself, right? When you start being real with yourself and you get in touch with who you really are, what you believe in, and you start practicing what you preach, you really do. You might be like, oh shit, I left something behind that was worth taking with. Because the Emperor, right, come March, the divine masculine energy is in reverse. And so it's almost like they're putting down the facade of the ruler, right? The facade of the control, this because it's clarified by the King of Cups in the upright. You know, so it's almost like letting go of the harsh exterior of the divine masculine energy and really embracing the emotional aspects of this energy, because this king is very much at peace with how he feels. Like if you look at his face, he's really aware of his emotions. He understands what they are. You know, he knows himself and he's looking forward. He's looking forward and he's holding this cup like he's not worried about anything. He has this, you know, and he's holding what looks like a candlestick, you know, and the ships are coming in. It's like he's waiting for the ships to come in. You know, he's listening, right? He's listening to this divine communication coming in with the fish in the background, the ships in the background. Like he knows the divine is working in the background, communicating with him. This is an energy come March where, you know, you or somebody else is going to truly let their walls down, right? Because you can even see the energy of the masculine. There's a mountain in the background. You know, this raw power, right? This solid masculine energy, this wall is quite literally coming down, and he's getting in touch with his emotions, right? This person, this energy is getting in touch with their emotions. This is somebody who's being real with himself. You know, you can almost say it's a divine masculine energy that's unhealed, right? Whose divine feminine energy is out of balance and coming into that divine balance within, right? So huge transformations, you know, with someone come March. So April, we get the Queen of Swords. Now this could be you because it is an air energy, but it could be somebody else. Or someone with strong air in their chart, right? This person, and they could be a fire, you know, energy. They could have a lot of fire in their chart as well, but this divine feminine energy, this person is acting and speaking in their truth. They're being very direct. They're being very direct to a point where, like, if this is, you know, if this is a fire sign, you know, they are speaking really clearly with no remorse. Like if what they say hurts you, they're taking no prisoners. This person is so honest and so cutthroat, with how they're talking to you. It's almost like, or how you're talking to them. This is somebody, whose energy, it's like they've been burned, like they had with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It's almost like they had this dream of, having everything with someone, and it was completely burned, because it's in the reverse. Like they lost that and they felt that. And it's like now this person, this energy wants to move forward. But they're realizing like someone is holding a lot back, because this person is just speaking very much like it is. And it's like she's talking with her hands, like she's Italian, like, she's being very direct, very, very clear. And this is someone who's been hurt. And I feel like even though they've been hurt and they're being extremely direct, they're not necessarily trying to hurt you. They just don't care if they do or not. Like they're just speaking their truth. If that hurts you, that's your problem. Like they're being I'm hearing brutally honest with you, or brutally honest, someone's being brutally honest with them, right? If this is you, Libra, someone is being brutally honest with you. And I'm just hearing, be prepared for that. Be prepared for that. If this, is an Emperor energy that's coming into his, intuitive side, his feminine side with the water element, just be aware that maybe, just because you're healing certain things, or going through certain healings, that maybe somebody is still possibly healing through things. Be patient, because if this is someone, like, especially if this is someone you were in a relationship with, or there was a financial aspect tied to this, if maybe somebody feels like they lost money, or they lost, the investment of their emotions, like someone they were loyal to in spirit, these white dogs in reverse, this kind of energy, like this is someone whose vision got flipped upside down, and they're being really, really honest about it. And so, just be aware of that, that's the energy surrounding April. Okay. With the Moon card and the Six of Cups in reverse in May, this, the Moon represents secrets. It represents illusion. It represents the undercurrent, the subconscious mind, the unconscious mind, the things that, we have to move through, the obstacles that we pass, along the way. And the Six of Cups in reverse, this is past life love. This is love that's gone on, not just in this lifetime, but, in previous lifetimes. This is a deep soul connection. And it's in the reverse as well. And so with the Moon card in the reverse, and the Six of Cups in the reverse, I feel like in order for this to be a success, all of the shadows need to be dealt with. Light has to shine on all of the shadows, so whether that's with you, Libra, and you have to shine a light on your own shadow, or whether it's somebody else and they have to shine a light on their own shadow, the shadows need to be faced within in order for this to work. If this is like a twin flame relationship, or, just a really unique soul connection between two people, that's been going on, I'm feeling just very long time. All of the shadows need to be cleared out. They all need to be addressed. They all need to be addressed, because I feel like this reunion of sorts, these two people, that are almost like they're children. It's almost like two inner child, meeting each other again for the first time, like kindred spirits, and finding themselves in their innocent, pure state together, as adults. Like now they've reconnected with that divine inner child within themselves, both equally. And the reunion is to be had, but not until everything is clear. Like, I think there needs to be time given, like maybe more time than you anticipate given to heal, these certain things. And that's, confirmed. This is a King of Swords. This is a divine masculine air energy. Okay, and the Ace of Cups is here. And so I feel like, this is kind of tied to this moon and Six of Cups reversed energy, where maybe the masculine energy is trying to clear his thoughts, clear his mind, about things that are kind of lingering in the background, because they're looking at this new love, right? They're looking at their cup being overflowing. They're looking at the love pouring out, the divine blessing, everything that's pouring out of this cup. Like, this is a divine beginning, in love with we. This is not an Ace of Cups in reverse where it's all about me. This is the Ace of Cups where it's all about we. This is what energy is in the reality, right? In the reality. But, if this is you, Libra, or someone that you're dealing with, this person is still kind of getting clear on their mind. The transformation in the headspace, because I'm being guided to see the butterflies up here with the moons. There's 3 butterflies and the 2 crescent moons. I feel like this person is balancing and transforming how they saw the past experience with you, how they're experiencing this present situation with you, and they're still processing what's to come in the future, right? This person, whoever this energy is, needs time to process everything. Okay, so, if this woman, this divine feminine energy needed time and patience, now that things are kind of being, the light is being shown on these things, because I think the connection, like both of you are really being drawn to this connection. The healing is taking place, and a lot of it has to do with transforming in and around the crown chakra, in and around the third eye, how you perceive things, how you let go of your egoic wants and needs and just allow yourself to be and exist in your true self, right? That Hierophant energy from January. How you maintain that core value, that belief of self, right? Having to go back to that awareness where you made that shift, where you created that shift in March. It's almost like remembering why, in hindsight 2020, it's a processing time. I just feel like this new beginning is taking place, and this energy is a processing time. So, if it starts off slow, let it start off slow, and don't be surprised if somebody says something that's wrong. Like, I just feel like this person kind of has a way with words, and they kind of blurt things, and they don't necessarily realize what they said until after they've said it, and you're already looking at them like you want to tear their eyes out. Just be aware this person might not be good with words. All right, moving into the future, this person might not be good with words, and to the point where, yeah, you guys maintain clarity. Okay, make sure that you're clear in the head when you put your emotions out there and talk to somebody. Just be clear in your head. Take the time to be clear in your head. All right, or allow somebody else, if this is not, if you're not resonating with this as you, then allow somebody else the time to get clear in their head. It's not a bad thing. Let them get clear, because the Ace of Cups is here. The Ace of Cups is here. And this is something that, with the Dove of Peace coming in, with the offer, it's, this is something that the divine is blessing, so it's okay to take your time. The divine is behind you. It's helping, fill you up, this overpouring cup. So then we get the the Eight of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Ace of Swords in reverse with the 10 of Cups in the upright. And with this, I'm seeing the crowns, right, of this, right, of these two emperors, or, you know, the Emperor and the King of Cups. And I'm noticing the crown here, and I'm noticing the swords. Like, this is the release of mentally trapping yourself. So whoever this was, that there was transformation going on in the headspace in June, come July, that transformation is showing, and this person is releasing this energy of feeling trapped mentally. They're letting it go. It's almost like they're putting a knife in it, you know, this crown, you know, this old way of being, this old emperor way of being, you know, that was maybe an ego, that was maybe, you know, very logical in their thinking. You know, being the Ace of Swords, it's focusing on the logics, it's focusing on the mind, it's focusing on the perception. You know, this is, it's almost like if it's not you outright, it's definitely divine, making sure that that old way of thinking is done, because it's emotional fulfillment here. This is happiness. This is bliss energy, all right, with the 10 of Cups. And I feel like allowing the time and patience, you know, because this connection is really important to you. It's important to the other person. The fact that these shadows are being surfaced, right? They're not being pushed down. They're surfacing up, and they're allowing each other the time to process everything going on in the headspace. And once that energy is released, once that old energy of, you know, maybe what a masculine energy is supposed to be, you know, because this is all about, you know, a masculine energy really transforming, especially within the self, that they're really tuning into their intuition and moving forward. This old way of being is not serving them anymore. This old way of thinking, rather, right? This old perspective, this old belief system isn't working. And it's like they're sticking a knife in it, because this emotional fulfillment, this wish fulfillment, this is a dream. This is the dreams come true card. You know, this is the dreams come true card. Everything you've ever wanted, didn't know you wanted, like, this is what this is. This is the energy. All right. So then we get into August. And we have the Two of Swords in reverse with the Knight of Cups, the Strength card in reverse, and the Four of Cups. Now, this could mean a couple things, because I don't believe in wrong choices, but I do believe in the lesser and the greater choice. Okay, so this is someone who is making a choice blindfolded, right? They're making a choice. They're up against making a choice and not knowing the outcome of the choice. And it's in the reverse. So maybe this is something that they've put off for a while. All right, they've put off making this choice, but because this energy is healing, right now, the decision, it's almost like it's being forced to be made, whether you like it or not. You know, this is, you know, the Ace of Swords to the 2 carrying over in reverse, you know, not looking at it from an ego perspective. It's almost like you're releasing this anxiety over the choice. You're releasing this anxiety over the choice, knowing that the choice will be made. It's almost like I'm getting this feeling that almost like the choice will be made in divine time. Like, you know, when you're ready to make the choice and you have to make the decision, you'll make it. It's like you're not making it in advance. Like, you don't want to make the choice blind, right? It's almost like you don't want to make the choice blind. And so, you know, the Knight of Cups with the Strength card, you know, this is about wanting to make an offer, wanting to make an offer, an emotional offer to someone to come in like the knight in shining armor, this kind of energy, right? This divinely guided energy. He's wearing the fish. This is divinely intuitive energy, that this person is being guided to make, right? They're being guided to make this choice, but they don't want to make it blind, right? And it's all about the ego. The ego telling them they need to know more, they need to see more, not trusting their intuition, because if they tuned into their intuition, they would already know. They could make the choice blind. This person doesn't want to. And so, it could be egoic in that sense. And doing that, you might miss the opportunity. Like this person, like the cup is so close, but it's like it has to be extended all the way. And it's almost like this fear might be getting in the way. So take it however that resonates, because that energy, however that fits you, come August, someone wants to know more before they make the call to do this. And if they hesitate for too long, they're going to miss it, right? They're going to miss the opportunity. They're too focused on the what ifs. The what ifs. What if they pick somebody else? What if they're talking to somebody else? What if they're talking to more than one person? What am I walking into there? All the things that they would prefer to have answers to, right? It could also be someone releasing the ego completely and offering this cup that someone's not expecting. Offering this cup that someone's not expecting at all, that someone is in blind faith, making a decision without being able to see, some decision they've been putting off, and they're extending this cup, and it's like, what? It's like it's coming out of the blue to somebody else, maybe that the ego is being put aside, or they're doing it, straight up for egoic reasons. You know who you're dealing with, okay? You know who you're dealing with. You know yourself. But yeah, I feel like that could go a couple ways with the two, right? Twos usually do. They usually mean they can go a couple ways. So take that one, take it how it resonates. In September, we get the Five of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Wands. So whatever this is, right? If this person wasn't expecting this opportunity to come forward, right? If this is really out of the blue for someone, they were focusing on these three cups that they had. Well, it's almost like with this in reverse card, it's like, fuck that Three of Cups. Like they kicked that shit over. Like they want the Two of Cups right here. And the Knight is coming in fast. This is the Knight of Wands. This is the spark under my ass, so come September, just anticipate an energy of feeling, giving or receiving this kind of spark energy, because I feel like somebody is really coming in. Someone gets this message out of the blue, and they're releasing this sorry for themselves feeling, this past energy, these things that weren't working for them, and they're like, fuck yeah, Two of Cups. Fuck yeah, Two of Cups. And this person is like joining. Like I just feel like, one's rushing out, one's rushing in kind of things, and they're kind of meeting in the middle. I feel like both of you are going to be a lot happier, because I definitely feel two energies, and I feel like one person is definitely that has been in like this dark energy for a while. Maybe, maybe that person is this person, who knows, however it resonates with you. But I'm feeling like it's going to be a relief for a lot of you, because, you and whoever you're dealing with, if it's a relationship or if it's, because a lot of this is cups and swords. This is a lot of emotional energy and a lot of, mental energy. We have some pentacles and some wands, but there's, a lot of cups here. So, this is more likely to be a relationship with somebody else, whether it's family, friends, or a partner, but emotional attachments versus, financial. But this energy, right, come October, the sun is shining. The sun is absolutely shining, and it's clarified by the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And this Seven of Pentacles, whenever I see this card, it's like I worked so hard, and for what? This feeling of not being fulfilled, like you work for nothing, you live for nothing, like you can have everything and not feel happy. And that's in the reverse. You know, the sun is shining, and I feel like you, no matter what, you know, whether you're with somebody or you're single, you know, and you're moving forward from something, you know, and looking towards something else completely, I feel like come October, you are very much going to realize that you are on the path to fulfillment. You know, that you're starting over, that you're releasing these cycles of feeling unfulfilled all the time. Like no matter what you do, you can never win. No matter what you do, you never feel happy. No matter what you do, and no matter what you have, no matter what you achieve, you don't feel fulfilled. And so you're following a new path, right? You're following your authentic path. Our Libra watchers, come October. All right, yeah, I definitely feel the release of this energy. Definitely feel the release of this energy. And this is, you know, a divine masculine on the card, you know, so whether you're, you know, a man or a woman, your divine masculine energy within doesn't want to work for nothing. They're tired of giving and not getting any reward for it, you know, any payoff for it. This one-sided relationship they have with energy, right? And so in November, we get the Star card in reverse, and it's clarified by the Eight of Cups in reverse and the High Priestess. And so I feel like this is divine healing, right? This is the divine healer energy. And it has to do, you know, being the 17, 8 is a karmic number. It's also the infinity, you know, and we have the Eight of Cups here, you know, the High Priestess is the 2. I feel like the Star card, I feel like whatever wish granted you have coming to you, you know, because this is the Star. Whatever wish you have granted coming to you, you intuitively know what you need to walk away from in order to complete this cycle. The 8 to the 2 is the 10. You intuitively know that whatever you're not walking away from, everything that is not the 2 of Cups, right? Because we have 8 cups here. 2 are missing. They're right behind you here. Right? They're right behind you here. And I feel like somebody, and it goes back to this energy where maybe there's a tug, you know, push and pull, where someone might still be questioning even whether they want to go back and get those 2 cups. You know, this energy from the beginning of the year that was manifesting, like, do I go back and get it? Right? This February energy where we were like, do I go back and get it? You know, it's almost like there's this whole process and someone's still maybe dealing with that, going back to get the 2 of Cups, going back to get their divine soulmate, going back to find, you know, that divine union within themselves, getting back to that energy where they could trust the choices they're making and the actions they want to take because it's in sync with their emotions and it feels good to do it. You know, there's this yearning to go back for something else, and you know it, like, you know, right? At some point, Libra, you know that there was something back there worth getting. There was something back there worth getting. So let's just say something's worth getting. You go after it and they're pissed off. And maybe they don't want to start over, even though this is a divine new beginning, because maybe they don't trust where you are in your head, right? And so now you release this idea of being trapped, this old perspective, because you want to feel fulfilled. And we have, you know, the 2 of Swords, not making the hard choice, right, to extend yourself, you know, because of the ego getting in the way, that this person, you know, should you move forward, it's like something out of the blue, because maybe this person thinks it's done. You know, this person was upset, and now you're like, I got to go back and get it. And you've got this fire under your ass because you want to be fulfilled, right? You know, this is your authentic path, and everything is being delayed because I don't know if you are actually going to move back towards it. You know, this High Priestess energy, you know it's where you're meant to be at. You know this person is the wish, you know, or this energy, whatever this is for you, take it as it resonates, whatever this is for you. You know that you kind of have to go back and get it maybe again. Maybe you have to go back and get it again. You know, if you went back already and maybe this person wasn't having it because there was stuff to be healed, within yourself too. You know, just having that one interaction maybe with that person was enough to trigger a whole new episode of healing, you know, over the course of a few months. Maybe you got to go back and do it again, right? Go after it again. Try again. And this time, right, we have December with the 6 of coins, we have the 3 of cups, and we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. You know, this 6 of coins energy, the 6 of Pentacles, the person holding this, you know, especially if you're an air sign, you know, being Libra, the balance here, this is you, right? Giving to others. This is you giving back, you know, what maybe someone had completely depleted prior. Someone who needs to be filled up, right? And I feel like this is you taking initiative to give without any expectation of getting anything in return. Because at this point, this person may feel like they have nothing to give you. They have nothing more to give you. Might be how they're feeling. Like you've, you know, taken from them enough maybe, and now you're giving back with no expectation. You know, you are in balance now, come December. And there's reason to celebrate. You know, the 3 of Cups, you know, even though it's a third party situation card, you know, they always talk about that. This is a divine reunion energy. You know, there's 2 people facing, you know, you, and then this back is turned, and it's almost like, you know, they're all just cheersing, and maybe that, you know, everybody's perspective is different, right? This is the point. Everybody's perspective is different. And I feel like this immature offer is kind of going out the window. Like, you know that in order to have this happy reunion energy, you can't come with that old state of mind, that young state of mind, you know, that unpreparedness, you know, that I'll give to you if you give to me, immature kind of thinking, like it has to be even. Like maybe it's just your time to give without expectation for a while, because maybe, you know, this person did that for you in the past. You know, so by this time next year, next December, I feel like 2019 is going to be a real learning curve year for Libra. You know, it's going to be a real learning curve. I think that there's a lot of aspects of the self that are healing, and I think there's a lot of aspects with another that are healing. You know, Libra is ruled by Venus. It's the planet of, you know, love and beauty and emotion, and I feel like there's a lot of having to find the beauty within, and coming to terms with maybe different shadow aspects of yourselves and how that affected other people in your relationships in the past. You know, that's a big energy for you. So to everybody, thank you so much for staying tuned in. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos and subscribing to the channel. If anybody does want more information, like I said, details are in the description. You can reach me there. Facebook's the best way, especially if you want the extended readings through the different zodiac groups that I'll be hosting on Facebook. All right, until next time, everybody, thank you so much. Love each other, and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye.